Today's learning target is I can describe a set of data using mean, median, mode, and range. One of the things that we're going to be doing today is we're going to be finding the mean. Okay, a mean is another word for average. So we're going to be finding the average or the mean for a set of numbers. So over here you can see that I have a set of data. And the set of data here that I have are the ages of the explored teachers. Okay, now I'm not going to say which one is who, however, I think we all know which one is Mr. Body. Now just to be fair, I don't know this to be 100% accurate, but it's probably not that far off. Now to find the mean, the first thing I have to do is I have to add the set of numbers that I have. So once I add them, you can see here I get 239. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that number that I get when I add it, and I'm going to divide by the number of groups because I want to average them out. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 groups. So I'm going to divide 239 by 6. Now you can see that when I divided this on a calculator, I got 39.83, and if you notice the 3 repeats, so I put my bar notation there. In this case, I'm going to round it to the nearest tenth. I know you've done this a lot in science, so I'm going to round this to 39 and 8/10. So the average age is 39 and 8/10 years old for the explored teachers, give or take a few years because I might have fudged a little bit here. When we're asked to find the median of a number, I always think of median. It's kind of like the word medium, and medium means it's in the middle, right? If the water temperature is medium, it's not too hot, not too cold, it's in the middle. So to find the median, what we have to do is we have to order our set of numbers or our data from least to greatest, or greatest to least. So this is the weekly amount spent on groceries by 5 different families. So I want to put these in order of least to greatest. So I'm going to go 43, and then 70, and then 83, 128, and 162. So now what I need to do is find the middle number, and I can see that 83 is the number in the middle, right? There's 2 on that side, there's 2 on that side. So the median number for this would be 83. If you have an even number of groups, like we have here, and you start trying to figure out the middle, okay, you can see that you're left with 2. Now what we have to do is we have to find the average, or the mean, of those 2 numbers. So I would add 70 plus 83. And then once I add those numbers, like I've done here, to find the average, I have to divide it by the number, by the groups that I added, the number of groups. There's 2 groups. So I take 153 and divide it by 2. And you can see once I do that over here, I get for my answer 76.5, or 76 and 5/10. That would be my median number for this set right here. When I'm asked to find the mode of a number, what I'm asked to find is the number in our data set that appears the most often. I always think of mode, it starts M-O, just like most often does. That's how I remember mode, is the most often. So we have our set of numbers here. I can see 10 appears twice, I can see 7 appears once, I see 6 appears 3 times, and as I'm looking, I don't see another number that appears more than 3 times. So the mode in this set of numbers right here is going to be 6, because that's the one that happens the most often. The last thing we're going to look at here is finding the range of a set of numbers. Now what I've got here is the highest grossing movies. Now I don't know if this is accurate, but when it says the highest grossing movies, that's the money made in here. And so when we find the range of a number, we're going to do the biggest number minus the smallest number. So in this case, our highest grossing movie was right here, was Avatar, and in this set the lowest out of these top 10 was Pirates of the Caribbean, so I would take those 2 numbers and subtract them. And once I do that, here you can see my work, and this number right here would be my range.